I say this all the time, but just when you think Hollywood people can't get any dumber, just when you think they can't become more detached from reality, just when you think that they can't make it any easier for us to expose them, they do it. They do it. And as long as they do it, I will call them out because I don't like Hollywood people. I like when Hollywood people pretend to be other people because that's what they're good at doing. That's when they're interesting. You're not interesting being who you are. You're interesting when you are paid to pretend to be someone else. That's what I like about Hollywood nut jobs, when they can pretend to be someone else. Today we're talking about Sarah Silverman. You all know Sarah Silverman. Let's take a look at some of her most popular work. There's Sarah Silverman right there. You know, Sarah Silverman, the left-wing lunatic that loves to preach and project all day long and tell you how everyone else is terrible, but she is such a wonderful person. She's so amazing. She's got such wonderful values. She's a friend of Jimmy Kimmel, another upstanding citizen in Hollywood that loves to project. Well, now we have a clip from I guess Sarah Silverman's podcast. She posted it. Unbelievable. So we continue to hear, now this is the problem with identity politics. We continue to hear that identity politics are so important and representation is so important and certain voices are so important and we have to hear and we should listen. We should never question. We should only listen. Until, of course, those voices that need to be represented start saying something that suddenly the Hollywood people don't like. And then what happens? Hollywood nut jobs will then demonize these people. They did it to a guy you might have heard of. You might have heard of this guy, but his name is Donald Trump. And for years, they loved Donald Trump. For years, for decades, Hollywood people loved Donald Trump. The media loved Donald Trump. And then suddenly, when he started to run for political office and then started saying some things that a lot of people really started going, yeah, he's right. And he started recognizing what was going on. And the moment he took those positions, they then demonized him immediately. And that's what's happening to Hollywood's favorite person, at least a few years ago, Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner. Now, I remember when ESPN gave Caitlyn Jenner some type of award for courage. It was ridiculous, some ESPY award. It was absolutely ridiculous. And Caitlyn Jenner was just celebrated. So brave and stunning and so wonderful. And now that, Jenner is considering running for political office in California and is talking about a lot of conservative things, suddenly now they're throwing Caitlyn Jenner under the bus. Let's check this out really quick.
I saw Caitlyn Jenner saying trans girls should not play girls' sports. Caitlyn, you're a woman, right? A trans girl is a girl. She should have the same rights as cis girls. If you think a trans girl, you think a trans girl is too strong? What about tall girls as opposed to short girls? What about boys in high school who are teeny tiny and their teammates have already hit puberty and are shaving? Why don't you just have co-ed sports divided by weight or height? This is so dumb. They are legislating this shit without one single example of how this plays out. This is not worrying about girls' sports. Believe me, I think there are better ways to worry about girls' sports. This is not what that is. This is not worrying. This is not concern for girls' sports. It's transphobia, full stop. It's just such a bummer when such a prominent trans woman is.
They're calling the trans woman that they have elevated Now they're calling the trans woman transphobic because the trans woman doesn't give the opinions that they want. Hollywood is the most horrible place, and these are the worst people. Again, reminder, this is Sarah Silverman right here, okay? Let's just make sure we have that reminder.
Such a twat. Such a bummer when such a prominent trans woman is such a twat. It's like being Jewish right now and having the most recognizable Jewish names be Weinstein and Epstein. It's like super not awesome, but
Hollywood people are crazy. They are crazy. They don't live in the same galaxy as all normal people. And I love watching them break down right in front of us based on their own logic. Based on their own logic. I'm not telling you what I think about this right now because that's not really something YouTube likes. I'm telling you that when you hold Hollywood to the standard that they have created, suddenly they start breaking. So by Sarah Silverman's own logic, by Hollywood's own logic, Sarah Silverman criticizing and calling a trans woman names just shows her bigotry. And it shows that she has a severe case of transphobia. And you can go ahead and add that to her severe case of TDS. And the fact is that I will continue to support Donald Trump for a lot of different reasons. But one of the reasons that I love continuing to state that I support Donald Trump is that I know that Hollywood people don't like it. And I know that left-wing lunatics don't like it. And I know it keeps them up at night. And I know it makes them toss and turn and cry and sit in the corner and wear their mask. Maybe even 3 or 4 masks, depending on what Fauci told you. But at the end of the day, this Caitlyn Jenner situation, like, I don't know what to think about California. Not from California, thankfully. I would never want to live in California. I think California has beautiful scenery, some of the mountains, the coast, everything like that. I enjoyed visiting California the few times I've been. I would not... I don't know how I would function if I lived in the state of California. So, in a normal setting, I think the Caitlyn Jenner thing is ridiculous. But in California, I mean, it's just a big, giant circus. And, I mean, so if Caitlyn Jenner was to run in Florida, where I'm from, there would be no chance. Or Texas or something like that. But in California, I get where a lot of conservative people have a big problem with this, and I totally understand. It's California. It's like, that's probably the best you're going to get. And that's the sad reality of the situation. But I just love watching Hollywood people expose themselves for the pieces of trash that they are. You're terrible people. You live in a giant echo chamber, a giant bubble. And again, the reason that you're interesting is because you are paid to pretend to be someone you are not. That's the reality of the situation. And when you are speaking as yourself, no one really likes you because you are deranged. That's just the facts. Anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Make sure you check us out over on geeksandgamers.com, our website. Jump over in the forums, have a discussion over there. And for $10 a month, you can become a premium member. Helps give you exclusive access to a lot of our content. Join us over on Locals. That is a fantastic community created by Dave Rubin and his wonderful team. And we are enjoying our time over there. So hopefully you guys will go over there and join the Geeks and Gamers community and consider supporting us over there. Other than that, Hollywood sucks. Sarah Silverman. That's Sarah Silverman right there. These people are deranged. They're lunatics, and they have a severe case of TDS. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.